What is going on, YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, bringing you another episode of Pokemon Y today. Today's episode is going to be number 10, and we're going to start off by picking up an item that I forgot about that's over this ledge here. It's going to be an X attack, so pretty much a useless item, honestly, and I'm just going to sell it, but I just had to show you where it was, because I was feeling kind of bad, honestly. I intentionally left it out. Nah, I forgot about it. My bad. So this is where we left off last time. I did some capturing of Pokemon in the off-screen time, so that's why Shauna wasn't standing there. And now we're going to be introduced to the daycare, and they don't really tell you anything useful here, honestly. It's pretty much all just self-explanatory. They take care of Pokemon for you here. Yes, indeed, you can leave up to 2 Pokemon here at once. I seem to remember something good can happen if you leave 2 Pokemon here. They make babies! That's what happens. We'll find a new addition like an egg. Yes, that's pretty much all they have to say. There's definitely a lot of new breeding mechanics in the 6th generation, which is pretty cool. Like the fact that male Pokemon can now pass down hidden abilities, the Dream World ability, and that's pretty cool. The whole Destiny Knot thing where the Pokemon, both parents will pass down a combined 5 IVs between the 2 of them, down to the offspring if one of them is holding a Destiny Knot. That's pretty cool. There's also the whole Everstone thing. I don't know if that's new to this generation. I know the percentage has changed because it used to be 50%. But anyway, what I'm talking about here is that it used to be, well, it still is, I guess, but a Pokemon holding an Everstone will pass down its nature 100% of the time now. I'm pretty sure in Generation 4 it was 50%, and it may have been 50% in Generation 5 as well, although I'm not positive on that. But I do know that it's 100% now. So that's pretty much it for the changes. The main changes. There's also like smaller nuances, like female Pokemon also being able to pass down egg moves and stuff like that. But I'm not going to go into all of that. If you guys really want like a video about that stuff, I can do that separately, but let's just get back into what's going on here, because we have an opponent that is using a Smeargle against us. And Smeargle in battle is just so incredibly unpredictable, especially in-game, because they don't use the standard, like, they're not using, entry hazards and stuff. It's an in-game team, so pretty much can just know anything. So I'm going to switch out here because I forgot to put somebody else in the front. So we're going to break in this brand new, squeaky clean Lucario that evolved at the end of the last episode. So yeah, we'll go for the Force Palm there. That's going to take out that Smeargle. And we get a decent amount of experience for that. Have to remember to switch my Ivysaur out because he's not a team member. I haven't really trained him at all. He has like no EV training pretty much. Yeah, he's just there to use Cut and Sleep Powder. That's honestly it. So let's see. I'll switch the Amulet Coin over to Shinobi. And we'll get Shinobi some action because, well, I just feel like it. That's why. Alright, I know there's an item down here, like, towards the bottom of the grass somewhere. Not sure entirely where it is, though. It looks like we're going to be into a double battle here. So I guess Lucario is going to get used anyway. Artist, family, Mona, and Paolo. And they're both going to have Smeargles. And this is interesting. I should be able to kill both of them before they get to do anything. They are only level 16, and I do have a move that's going to be super effective with Force Palm, and I'm pretty sure that Water Pulse from Shinobi will kill this one as well, and it does. Smeargle really, it's not that bulky at all. I mean, honestly, most of its stats are absolute crap. Its speed stat is somewhat decent, but that really is all that it has going for it, and it doesn't really need to use its stats to be good. As far as, competitive battling. But, just in the in-game, when that's the only Pokemon that they have, it can't really do too much. Can't really withstand a hit. So, yeah, there's not really much that it can do, honestly, other than, like, statusy stuff. So, both those Smeargles go down pretty easily, and that's it for that battle. And, the Battle Chateau. I nearly forgot about this thing, but this is one of my favorite places in the entire game. I love training here. This is where I will train almost the entire game. I will backtrack without even having fly to come back here and train here. It's an awesome place, and we're going to go in here in a second and do some training. We'll probably do just a couple of battles, just enough to get us past the first rank, because it kind of works on like a tiering system. So I'll show you that in a second, just making sure there's no other items here. Then we can continue on down the route. There's not much else that we have to do here. I don't know if there's any trainers beyond this point. I think the next ones might be on Route 8, actually. So, yeah, let's just take on this guy here. He's going to have a Smeargle because he's an artist, and that's pretty much all that they used. It's kind of strange, honestly. I mean, I guess it makes sense because Smeargle, you know, is a little artist guy with a paintbrush for a tail, but nonetheless, he's going to go down to that Water Pulse. As expected, Shinobi's going to get some nice experience there. I'm surprised at how much experience Smeargle actually gives you. I mean, he gives you like 301. That's pretty good for this part of the game. Considering he's only at level like 16, that's really not that bad at all. So Trevor, as usually, has nothing worthwhile to say, so I just kind of wasted my time speaking to him. But let's get introduced here in the Battle Chateau. Look, it's Viola, gym leader. If it isn't Culination, what is your title in the nobility? What, you don't have a title? That's a surprise. No one could doubt that a kid as strong as you should have one. See, your title here at the Battle Chateau shows everyone just how strong you are. Only a handful of trainers can join the ranks of the nobility and earn these titles. Lady Viola, are you acquainted with the young gentleman? I am not a gentleman. Look at my outfit. I'm basically wearing a tracksuit, dude. I'm no gentleman. It appears that Lady Viola has recognized your ability as a trainer. It is a pleasure to meet you, my lord. My name is Hennessy. And I believe he is a duke in this nobility as far as titles go, and that's the highest. So we will actually get to battle him much later on, but his Pokemon are very high leveled, so that's kind of cool, I guess. So with Lady Viola here going to be vouching for us, that's going to get us into this little, I almost said cult, but into this little group thing. And yeah, we have the title of Baron, which is the lowest ranking, and as Hennessy is explaining to us here, the more people that you beat, the stronger the trainers that will come. As you start, the only Pokemon that you fight will be at level 15, because the only trainers you are fighting will be Barons and Baronesses. Baronesses. That does not sound like a word at all, but I think it is. I know Baroness is a word, but Baronesses just sounds wrong. I don't know what I'm talking about. Basically, what we're going to do here is battle a couple of trainers. I believe you only have to battle like 4 or 5 in order to raise your rank from Baron to Viscount is the second one. So we're going to do that. Because, I don't know, we could use the experience. They also give a lot of money here, so if you bring the amulet coin, you will definitely get out of all of your money troubles, for sure. And get some decent experience as well. Like I said, all of their Pokemon are going to be at level 15. Once you make the Viscount rating, or ranking, rather, all of their Pokemon are going to be at level 20. So that is kind of a big jump at this point in the game. You know, 5 levels is kind of a lot. And the level after that, which I believe is Count or Countess, is going to be level 25. So keep that in mind if you decide to like stay here and like really grind. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm just kind of showing you how it works. Most of what I'm going to be doing in here is going to be off-screen stuff, so you won't see a lot of it, but just for the sake of showing it, I'm going to just do a few battles here and then have my rank increase, which is cool. So that is that. That's pretty much all that I wanted to say in regards to explaining this stuff. So let's just get into whatever battle we're doing here. Looks like this guy's going to have a Horsey. And I've got my Shinobi out, and that's not too much of a problem. It's probably going to take 2 hits to kill this thing, just because I have to go for Thief, and my nature is minus attack, so that kind of sucks. He's going to go for the Leer, though, so I do not even have to take damage, which is great. Pretty sure another Thief is going to kill this thing, or it's going to be left with, like, no HP, but no, it kills. I was definitely worried about a low roll there. Figured that was very possible. That happens to me all the time. But look at that, 3,600. Not bad at all, and that's actually on the lower end. Some of the other guys were giving me, like, 4,000. So if you just do a couple of battles here, you'll have enough to head back to Lumio City if you really wanted to backtrack and buy up those TMs, or most of them. And I think that's actually what I'm going to do in between some of these episodes. Probably this one. I will just go ahead and go back there and buy, like, Bulldoze, Swords Dance, I think Struggle Bug is one. You might as well just buy it. It's only 10,000, but I don't think I'm going to use that, actually. And then the other ones there were like Sunny Day and Rain Dance, but they were 50,000 apiece. I probably will not have enough money for that. I can always go back and buy that stuff later, though, because the storyline is going to take us back to Lumio City eventually, because there's actually a gym there. So, yeah, we are going to be heading back there, so I'm not too worried about it. And I would like to have those TMs, though, so at some point, if I forget to do it, somebody just remind me, like, yo, you forgot the weather TMs, man. And I'll be like, thanks. It's exactly how it's going to go, exactly. So, let's see. I guess we could just battle these two trainers here, and then that'll be it, because I just battled the third trainer. Unfortunately, I got paralyzed with Shinobi there, so I'm going to take him out. We'll switch that amulet coin over to Litleo. And, yeah, that'll be that. I mean, Whiskers. I don't want to call him Litleo because I hate that name. It just, I don't know. I feel like it's just so unattractive. Litleo just doesn't roll off the tongue the way I want it to. Maybe I'm just crazy. So out comes Whiskers, and we're going up against a level 15 Burmy. Unfortunately, is female, so I'm going to go for the workup predicting the Protect, and he doesn't go for it. No Protect. Watch him go for Protect on this turn. I guarantee you it's going to be Protect. Yep. Yep, I called it. I knew it. I knew it. They fuck me over every single time I fight these things. They get, like, I don't know. I swear, the first time I played through this, I had a Burmy pull off a triple Protect on me, and I was like, what in the world just happened? Why did that happen? They're, like, legit trying to PP stall me with Protect, and it almost worked. Anyway, Ember finally connected there and got rid of that stupid-ass Burmy. I really don't like Burmy just for that reason. That was all it took for me to just have a thing against Burmy now. Alright, so one last trainer here, one more Baroness. And it's going to, I called her an It's. That is just terrible. I am a terrible person. Okay, she's going to send out a Spoink at level 15. It most likely has a thick fat ability, so I'm just going to go for that Headbutt. Rivalry, unfortunately, is going to catch up to me there, and I'm not able to kill it off. That sucks. Thankfully, she just goes for the Odor Sleuth, which does absolutely nothing because I wasn't trying to raise my evasion or anything like that because I don't work like that, yo. And a second Headbutt is going to get rid of it. Shinobi's going to grow up to level 25, which is absolutely fantastic, especially because the second gym leader, when we finally get to it, we're not anywhere near it at this point. When we finally get there, I believe his Pokemon are at level 25. So that is good. I'm right on par. Now, as you try to leave, if you did enough battling to grow a rank, this lady will come over and tell you and explain it to you, tell you what your title is, all of that stuff. And actually, before we leave, I should probably explain what the writs are for, because that actually is kind of gives you like a boost to your experience. You can have the writ of invitation, which if you do that, it does cost money to do these, but it will invite more people to come more often, you know, and replace the trainers you have already beaten. So you get more of a turnover thing going on. And then with the Writ of Challenge, that will increase the level of everyone's Pokemon by 5. So if you're a Baron, all of their Pokemon will be at level 20. And if you're, you know, a Viscount, they'll all be at level 25. And so on. There actually will be more Writs coming up. You know, the higher you rank up. And by the time you're finished, I think there's like red and blue Writ of Challenge. There's also like a black Writ of Challenge. And then there's a silver and gold Writ of Invitation as well. I'm not going to go into that stuff. But yeah, just know that it's there. And, you know, it's a great way to train. So it's definitely cool to mess around with. Now, as for what is actually happening right now, we're getting into a double battle with Tierno and Trevor on the opposite side. And we're teaming with our neighbor Serena. And she's going to start off with a Fletchling. And we are pitted against Pikachu and Corphish. And the Fletchling's going to go for the quick attack on Corphish there. I'm going to go straight for the Ember. And I do have that rivalry thing going for me. I got the boost. Get rid of that Pikachu immediately because that's, you know, immediately threatening to Fletchling. And I guarantee it would go for like Thunder Wave or something if I didn't kill it. So that's that. And look at this Corphish going for Swords Dance. I had no idea that Corphish even learned Swords Dance by level up. Although I guess Tierno could have got it as a TM also. So Fletchling's just going to be a useless piece of crap and just go for Quick Attack again on Corphish. Meanwhile, I'm going to go straight for that Headbutt. I was really hoping that Fletchling would try to attack that Flabebe, because Flabebe is 100% all of the time female. This one is no different, so I'm thinking I probably wouldn't be able to kill it in one hit, especially because I'm going to have to go for Headbutt because of its much higher special defense stat, and it's definitely going to live that. And Fletchling is yet again going to be a useless piece of crap and go for Growl on Flabebe, which does absolutely nothing. I have to take another Fairy Wind, which thankfully is not very effective. I don't know why this thing does not attack Fletchling at all, but whatever. And now Fletchling decides to be useful, goes for that Quick Attack, gets rid of the Flabebe, and that's going to be the end of that battle. Oh, and actually, Ivysaur is going to grow up to level 22 as well. Not that I really care about that at all. But yeah, so that's kind of cool. And we get $6,000. Wow, that is incredible. I forgot that I was holding the amulet coin. Well, I guess we should head off to Ambret Town then. Yeah, that's where we're headed. So don't worry about this first entrance to the connecting cave. We don't want to go that way because we can't really progress anyway because of needing strength and stuff like that. So just don't even worry about it. Meanwhile, there is a little berry tree thing over here, so I wanted to grab that and see if there's an item over here as well, because I think there might be. Meanwhile, I'm getting attacked by a wild Spritzy, and that is a very, very rare Pokemon in this area. In fact, I've trained here for over an hour at a time and just not seen these things. This is a Y exclusive, so if you're playing X, it would be Slurpuff. No, not Slurpuff, whatever the base form of Slurpuff is. I'm thinking of the evolved form. But anyway, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to go straight for a Leech Seed. Swirlix is what I was thinking of. That is the name of it. I knew it was going to come to me. As soon as I say I don't care about it anymore, that's when it just pops into my head for some reason. Whenever I decide I don't care, my brain's like, oh, it doesn't matter now? Here you go. Useless information. Love you. Okay, so I need to not screw this up. I went for the Leech Seed and, got that, so I was getting the residual damage. And Sleep Powder misses, and they're going to land the Sweet Kiss, which sucks, because now I'm confused, and I guarantee you it's going to take like 3 turns for me to be able to put this thing to sleep. So I might just have to start chucking balls at it. Hit myself in confusion the first turn. I'll try one more time, and if I hit myself again in confusion, I'm going to just have to throw a Pokeball at it and hope that it stays in. Not really going to have any other choice. So let's go for that Sleep Powder, and I snap out of confusion on the second turn. Wow. Wow, that does not happen very often. I've been getting some good luck lately. I definitely got some luck that I'm not used to getting with that Snorlax in the last episode, so that is pretty awesome. And this is perfect because he's down into the red zone. I don't think he can live another turn of Leech Seed, and he's asleep, so I think I can honestly just catch this thing with a regular Pokeball. I don't think I have to waste a Great Ball. I'm not even going to worry about it. Spritzy does not have a very low catch rate, so it shouldn't be too bad. And nope, no trouble at all. Spritzy stays in there without too much of a fight, which is great. And the only reason that I'm capturing this on screen instead of just waiting to do it off screen is because I haven't been able to find one up until this point. It's just incredibly rare to find it here, and the only other place that you can catch one is the Friend Safari, and yeah, that's kind of a long way away. So I'm like, you know what, I might as well just go for it. Why not? Alright, so as I was saying, there's a berry tree over here or something, so I'm just going to activate the Repel because I don't feel like fighting any more wild Pokemon at this point. Looks like there is an item. It's going to be a tiny mushroom, and that's cool because you can sell that for like 250 Pokedollars, I believe. I've been just finding a lot of those lately. That's why I know what the actual value is. But yeah, 250 isn't bad, especially when you rack up a couple of them. Alright, now that we have cut, we can cut down these trees. So that is cool. If you want to go back onto Route 5, you can. To start cutting down some of those trees as well, and I probably will do that at some point. Anyway, there's a silver powder just hanging out back here, and that is a held item that increases the power of bug-type moves, in case you wanted to use that for something. Maybe you have like a Vivillon or something on your team. I don't know your life. I don't at all. So into the cave we go. This is the connecting cave / Zubat roost. And actually, Zubats really aren't that common in here at all. It's not like every other Pokemon is Zubats. You can find Zubat hordes in here, though. You can also find Axew hordes and Whismur hordes. And as for some of the other Pokemon that you can find in here, really the only other one that I'm thinking of right now is Meditite. So, actually, one of those Pokemon is going to be joining our team, and I'm going to be capturing that off-screen in between this episode and the next episode. I'm also going to get it all EV trained and somewhat sort of caught up by training it in the Battle Chateau, since we're right there. In the next episode, we're going to head on through Route 8, which is what we just came out onto just now, and hopefully get ourselves over to Ambrent Town and see what we can do from there. But like I said, that's it for this time, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and I will see you for the next episode. But until then, game on.